Good evening and salutations. Okay, good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is: Was will Steffy and Finn's marriage survive with the return of Sheila on the Bold and the Beautiful? Let's sit there and do a quick roll call. As always, we do sit there and talk about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and Restless. Freddie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Mars in the chat. How you doing tonight? Laura B's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? LaShant is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ed the Bank is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Now, as always, hit the like button as you're coming in. Make sure that you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. So, will their marriage survive? Blackman says I'm doing good. We are sure that's not sugar. Ooh, no, that's a good question. As of yesterday, we were trying so hard to make Willow look like this overworked nurse. This would work better if we really saw her at the hospital. Okay. So, just a little heads up. Here's a good something minutes, give or take, that this laptop may just wind up shutting off. And if so, I do have I can sit there and use as a backup. I also got a new battery that I'm going to be simply trying to install this weekend. Because if you notice, not yesterday, the day before, and then during Brock TV, we did our collab. After a few minutes, my laptop just shut off. So when I catch people off my guard, catch people off guard. Why did Ava piss you off, LaShanta? Autumn. Hey, Albert, that's how you know Ava ain't ish. I know I don't know what Ava thinks. I don't know what Ava thinks will happen between her and Sonny, but after what happened to Morgan, Ava's not going to get with Sonny, I'm assuming. Yes. Lobby says Steffy and Finn are facing some rocky times, but I don't think it will end. Okay. And my theories, Ron says, no effing way Steffy won't accept Sheila and Finn will want a relationship with his bio mom. Yep, that's what he said today. What he said today. That is true. Blackmon, and Laura B, and anyone else, how was James Telethon? I was doing the soaps and stuff like that today, so I couldn't really watch, but how was it though? Did you have any surprise guests? Oh, and Freddie, how are you doing tonight? I'm just gonna sit back and chill and enjoy listening to you reading the comments, so I'm still here. It's good to know, Freddie, and sorry if I didn't say hi to you earlier. And it says so Willa taking Drew's offer, and Webby says I didn't watch it yet. Oh, okay, it's 5 hours, so you're gonna be in for a ride. I thought you was there a little earlier. Blackman says stay for a few minutes. Okay, how was it? And it says so Willa takes Drew's offer, and she works so hard to become a nurse, and instead of cutting back on her hours at work, she's out. So let's see how long this lasts. Yeah, that's a little kind of odd. It's like, so now you just completely out? Like, I'm doing good, Freddie. I'm doing pretty good. Every now and then it's good to take a rest day. You know, it is needed. Lashanta says Ava's so selfish. She antagonized Carly the whole time, and Donna's not coming over when Carly got those blank. She was scared. And you know, it's really crazy. Ava has no problem with her daughter being around a guy who um is not fully medicated. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just kind of good. It keeps the thrill, and it doesn't allow me to burn out. Doing it 7 days, a whole month straight, plus doing videos, it can be kind of a lot. So it's good to take a breather every now and then. You know. And Freddie, that's just with anything in life. No matter how much you enjoy it, you know. Autumn says, when I saw Carly. Oh, let me read this last comment. Autumn says, when I saw Carly with Sonny's pills in her hands, I was thinking, Carly, take those pills to get them tested so you can know they are placebos. So Carly would have ran that info to Sonny. Yes, you're right. So just keep in mind that if I miss your comment, it's not on purpose. I'm gonna miss some comments from time to time. So like, I get that people will sit there and say you missed my comment, which is fine, but just rewrite it because sometimes it's really hard to go back to the top. It won't last long. Sonny will regret everything. Tyrese Clark, the one and only. This man is always making me smile, and you can take that any way that you want. Kyrie says, "Hey, I hope you enjoy your rest day. With your rest day, maybe with the rest day, you realize Tracy Abbott is a legacy character. She's not. She may not be your favorite, but she does have a long legacy on Y&R. That's true. That's true. I'll give you that, Tyrese. Gloria. What is good? I like challenges, aka Gloria. That's right. Let's everyone show us up to my boy Tyrese Clark. Now Lashanta says, Albert, how Chrissy sees Sam's point about Jason, but not her dad. How Chrissy see Sam's point about Jason, but not her dad. How Chrissy sees Sam's point about Sonny, but not her dad. Because he's probably, he's not taking his full medication, but yeah, I can kind of see it to some extent. But Sam, at this point, it's too late. You slept with a mobster. You slept with an enforcer. Autumn says, I think Ava should stop playing with fire. Nicholas gave Ava a warning to stop playing with fire when it came to Sonny, because Sonny is not going to be happy when he finds yes, and that's very true. And it's funny too, because I was there going through different titles in my head. Um, I don't know about that guy race. I think that's what you may hope that she's doing. I don't know about that though. I still feel like, and she wasn't right. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I just, it's like, why would you sit there and put your daughter in that type of environment? Yeah, LaShawn, I think he kind of realized that he's being somewhat of a hypocrite. He knows his son he does. He should be actively trying to stop him. And instead, there's times where he seemed like he kind of went out his way to protect him. Unless it was like the Cyrus beating, where it's like he had no choice but to arrest Sonny. Oh, come on, Lashanta. You know that's not going to sit there and stop Kyrie Clark from defending his Queen Ava. You should know Kyrie's better than that. Kyrie's. I think if people was actually upset, they would have lost their minds. They would be losing their minds. All it says, I read a spoiler that Dante's going to stop working as a cop. Now that's interesting. And it's funny too because I said the same thing. I was like, if he does that, they better not. They better not sit there and give him the chance treatment where he was a cop for a very long time, and then they just shove him into the business world. As says Constantine has the prenup, but I still think Maggie's lawyer had a copy plushies. But here's the thing, though: even if they have a copy, that's the only one that's signed. That's the only one that's signed with his signature. So they can have five copies, and it wouldn't matter because his signature is only on that one. But did you see the preview stuff? Carrie says Carly has no right to take Donna away from Sonny. Sonny has rights. Well, it's a yes and a no to that. Yes and a no to that. Has rights, but if he's not mentally capable, what's good to have, Lynn? It's good to see you. Lashanta says Ava will regret it because Carly's shown her grace for what she did to Morgan. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. That's what's like. If he exactly, Lord, because if he's not going to be a cop, then what are you going to do? You going to work for Sonny? And it says Dante better not stop being a cop and look forward to him being commissioner one day. Carrier says I hope Sonny gets full custody of Don and give Carly a taste of raw medicine. Now, Kyrie's, you are streaming tonight, right? For members only? By the way, if you're not a member, click the join. Well, click the comment, click the pin comment, and become a member. We have great conversations. Okay, good, Kyrie's. We have great conversations on the weekends. Ask anybody with a blue check, and ask anybody that has a star next to their name. It's fun, and it's worth it too. Alyssa, how are you doing tonight? Hope all is well. And Freddie says hi, Alyssa. Autumn says Finn and Steffi's marriage is not going to survive because Steffi made her point about Sheila very clear. And if you know Finn and Steffi marriage don't survive Liam, yep, that's exactly what I was going to sit there and say. That's what's going to want to happen. She's going to sit there and probably go for Liam. What? You put him at the poll? You, I mean, you put him on a poll as far as the your poll tonight, not as in you put him on a stripping pole. No, I got it. Well, wow. I have to say, who gives Sonny a pet less, not less Donna? Well, Sonny is a good father. It's just he's not fully medicated. No, I'm a vote right now. Blackman says, so what's the point of Ivy being brought back as a plot point to push Liam and Steffi together? Seriously, Blackman, is to push Liam and Steffi together. Yep. See, Alyssa already knows. I'm surprised honestly, to tell you the truth, Ryan, he didn't really get that physical with him. I thought he was actually going to get more physical with him. I like you, Jack, I really do, but I'm going to be different. Yeah, all right, Curtis, I voted for Liam as well. So you could be mad at me too. Had to do it. Oh yes, Alyssa, I can't wait for that as well. But that's yeah, exactly, Ron. But my whole thing is though, Black Mom was like, why is she there? She's there as a plot point. Let's not this is all, but would you let your child go around Ava Sonny? Um, no, no, I would not. No, I would not. But I would also not sit there and have a no. Sean says Albert's sugar storyline is funny. Let's everyone say what's up to Sean. Let's everyone give Sean a warm welcome. Dolomedics is in the chat. How you doing tonight? You know, Kyrie actually voted for Liam. But yes, let's everyone give Sean a warm welcome. Ed says Dex running today was funny, like they should have saved him for another episode. They should have saved all three of them for another episode, if we're gonna be honest. It seemed like they shoehorned all three of them in there. And it's not like the conversation wasn't important. It just seemed like they could have saved all three of them for something else. Big Nate was good. Most of them was actually pretty good today. Yeah, Alyssa, I'm not gonna lie, that ish woke me up. I was watching that this morning, when I was at work. Autumn says Finn and Steffy are going to divorce because remember Steffy telling Holt she don't know how much. That's very true. But did you see the previews for next week? Because I don't want to spoil it. People didn't sit there and see the previews for next week. What's good, Jonathan? I will send you the link shortly at 9. Where did you get the impression that Carly's power hungry? Carly's. Yeah, it looks good, Jonathan. Looks good. Autumn says, and Lawby says, I've ordered Kyrie's not for Liam. Autumn says, this Christina, Molly, and TJ storyline is going to end in disaster because Christine knows if she tries to keep the baby, that would do real damage. You know she's actually going to do it, too. Thank you for mentioning that. Ron says, Albert, so what happened to the Foresters? What happens? The Foresters aren't going to be going to the restaurant anymore because of Sheila. I totally forgot about that. Yes. Thank you, Jonathan. I mean, thank you, Ron. Exactly. Now, Dolomex says, I am so happy they might actually redeem Maggie next week. Yes. Yeah, Alyssa. See, that's gonna be a very ethical debate, right? You know, that's gonna be a very ethical debate about keeping a child, knowing that that child's gonna have special needs. Should you not love them any less because they're your child? Like that's gonna bring up some conversations next week. I'll sit there and say that. I mean, I'll be honest. Ava is pretty foul for what she's doing. Um, yeah, She better come clean for her own safety. So do I, Kyrie. So do I. Yeah, that's what I said. Alyssa, it's gonna be a very ethical debate. You know. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit that like button. I'm actually about to hit it right now. You know, Jonathan, I wouldn't put it past her, and I'm not even gonna be disappointed at this point if they do. Yes, thank you. Yes, I agree. I agree. Dolomex. Like I said, it's gonna be a very interesting convo. Daphne says Sonny and Carly are going to get what they found out that Ava's knew whole time about exactly and didn't say anything. Yep. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we got 13 likes. Okay, we got 15 likes. So we're good. We're good so far. Yeah, Lord B, that's how I was letting them know. It's like we're moving up. All right, it's good to see you, Daphne. Have a great night and have a great weekend. And Jonathan, that comments for you. Make sure that was not an emergency. Now, Curry says, I can say what I want about Nikki and I will hate her, but Melanie Scott earned my respect. And then it's like, yeah, no, she kills it. Listen, as long as she's been playing Nikki Newman, like she definitely did her thing. I enjoyed it yesterday. I enjoyed it yesterday. I didn't think that Jack was actually going to go that far. I was like, bro, like, what are you doing? As says, I think Nicole finds out about EJ two biggest secrets will lead to her exit if EJ stays quiet when the truth comes out. Yes. Johnson says someone mentioned that Eric will leave the show a few months after Nicole leaves. Oh, you know, I'm actually okay with that. LaShanta says, Albert, I heard Nikki and Jack was Emmy. Yeah, it was. It was actually really good. It was actually really good yesterday, LaShanta. I can see that. Curry says, yes, Young and Restless was by far the best out of the four yesterday. Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, GH wasn't even in the running yesterday. Oh, Alyssa, it was good. It was good. I can definitely sit there and say it was good. Dolmax says, I called it from the beginning. I knew that to do this baby swap storyline against that, the real twist would be to focus on the feuding fathers instead of their mothers. Mm. Yeah, I mean, listen, it was a filler yesterday. It wasn't like it was a terrible episode. It was like an episode that you didn't need to see. Lorby said I didn't see YNR, so I was shocked when I realized how far he went to her. Yeah, I can't believe that either. I literally sat there, was like, wow, okay. Shocked. I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm surprised to listen. It's like when YNR is actually beating them, there's a problem. Johnson says EJ and Son will probably conspire with each other. I can see that. I can see that. And yeah, Lashanta, Victor, I like Victor, but he was really out of pocket though. Ron says Albert EJ's not going to tell Nicole anything about her baby, and he's a no good, and he's a corrupt man. Ooh, you tell him, Ron. Harry says yes, it was a terrible episode. GH was the absolute worst episode. Yeah, it was actually pretty. It was pretty boring. Freddie says, Albert, I will say this. Ava is playing a very dangerous game. Nicholas warned her a few people know something is off with Sonny, first Jason, then Carly, and now possibly Dante. He had a very concerned look. That's very true. Ava's definitely playing with fire. And when she does get burned, I'm not going to feel bad for her because she's doing that to herself. Ed says, so what is Josh going to major in now? What do you think her career path should be? The fact that, here's the thing, I can't blame her, right? It was Jonathan. It was a filler. I can't blame Jocelyn for deciding maybe I shouldn't do the doctor program because let's be honest, it's better to just sit there and decide that now than to go into it and not even sure what you want to do. You want up being in debt, you spent all that time and it's not even what you really want to do. So I get it. Time will tell, Kyrie's time will tell. Dominic says, I don't know why GH thinks this deception storyline is interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's what we got out of it. Okay, Lois is going to be the new deception model because Blaze, nasty mom, won't allow Blaze to do anything. Like she's too good to be selling products. Well, I hope not. I hope not, Alyssa. I agree with that. Honestly, tell you the truth, because in all reality, Blaze is a headache. Hopefully, Jonathan, they didn't win anything last time. Justin, if Carly teams up with Nina to destroy Ava, she would be a hypocrite even more than she don't about her and Drew. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen, Alyssa. Okay, I don't even know what to say to that. That's your opinion. So kind of mean, but that's your opinion, though. Ron says, Albert, I predict that Kristen Demare is going to be running Demare Enterprises. AJ can't have his. Yeah, he's doing definitely too much. He's definitely doing too much, Ron. Um, but that's that's your opinion, Kyrie's. Um, Elmec says GH waited too long to pull the trigger and chase in Brooklyn. They wrote TJ and Molly inconsistent for years, and the business storyline stuff is dumb. Yeah, that's what I was gonna sit there and say. Yeah, she's just gonna be a spokesmodel. I don't know why I said yeah, she's just gonna be selling the products. I mean, just in general, I've seen older women be models and stuff like that. So I don't agree with that. My personal opinion. Justin says, Albert, I mean, like she doesn't know about her intro. You're right, she doesn't. Harry says the truth hurts. That's not even me just being mad because she's Lois, but that's how it is in the industry. She's older than. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Now, Alyssa says Roman pissed me off yesterday because he changed his mind about Ava working at the pub. They're trying to make Ava like a heroine, but she isn't. She's just let her be a vixen or a villain. You know, I'm not gonna lie, Alyssa. I kind of like that sentence a lot better though. I read it the way that you was writing it, but like Roman pissed me down yesterday. I like that sentence a lot better. That sentence is a lot more funny, Alyssa. Freddie says, so Albert, Frank Valentine is excellent when it comes to these sets. Like a few days ago, the new Brown Dog. Yes. Yeah. No, listen, Frank Valentine, he gets it done. Okay. He may get in trouble for going over budget, but he gets it done though. Well, you know, Dolomex did it on Bold and the Beautiful towards the end. And then they had the audacity to tell her, hey, listen, why don't you just wait around until we give you a storyline? Yep, Ron, I did see the promos for days. Stephanie's looking angry at Everett. No, actually, I didn't see that part. I didn't actually see that part. I got to rewatch it then. Young and the Restless would been even better to save Tracy. Okay, well if you say so, Gary's. Um, Johnson says Frank did the same thing for One Life to Live. What he went over budget and got yelled at. I heard about the pool table. That's why. That's why I'm saying that. Was good last day. Hope all is well. How you doing today? Hmm. Well, on an annoying scale, I can see some logic in that, Gary's. I can see some logic in that. But that's the thing, Jonathan. I heard that he went over budget. Ron says, Albert, tell Kyrie to start a hashtag on Tracy Nation. You hear that, Kyrie? You know I'm still looking forward to seeing my Katie baby. Love Katie baby. She's baby. There we go. There we go. I think so too, Ed. I think she's gonna be so guilt ridden about Chanel and everything like that that she's going to step down. Which is fine because, you know, Domex says, I need days to get some of GA's set budget. I never understood how they had such a great set with such low ratings. Eliza says, I'm good, Albert. Haven't been here in a while, but Tracy on Wine House great, so that's why I'm here. So let's talk about it. I'm willing to listen. I mean, I get it. Last day, she's just not my cup of tea, but I understand other people like her, and that's cool. Um, And I don't think that it was good. Cherry ice cream. I wouldn't consider her. I know that I call her a background character. I think she's just a background character to me, as opposed to the main characters. Um, I'll sit there and say she's more of a background character to me. But if other people like her, that's cool. Just not exactly my cup of tea. But props to y'all. But it's good to see you though last time. Well, it's all good. Unless it's who's Tracy Abbott. See, there you go. Right there. Right there. That's the answer that I would sit down. I was gonna sit there and say no offense, but I really don't give a damn. Um, um, I don't know. I don't really think of her like that. So, but hey, like I said, that's your thing. That's your thing. Lashanta says I like when Carly went in the bathroom. Yo, she stormed that bathroom. She was like, "Yo, listen," because she was like, "Yo, there's something off about this dude. He's been off for a hot minute." Now, Dominic says Tracy Abbott is the queen of Wisconsin, like how Steffi is the queen of LA. Steffi is the queen of LA. Ron says, Albert, do you think that Kristen will make? Yeah, I do. I do. Ron, she's ruthless and she gets right to the point. Yes. Sean says, Albert, what do you think about? What do you think should be Trina's storyline now? She's not. Now that Spencer's not there. A little bit of grief, and then maybe see somebody new, Sean. No, get another character in there. Have her fall in love with a new character, and then have a recast of Spencer come back at the last minute. Lasse says, I have to say, some of the most enjoyable scenes on YNR's Tracy. Sure, she's not in the drama all the time. She's helping Ashley. No one else seems to care. I wouldn't agree with the last part, but no, I get it. She's a good supporting character. Yes. Yeah, no, she's definitely a good supporting character. Yes. Yeah, Jonathan, I didn't say that. I didn't say that either the first time. That's always like Stephanie and Everett. Thank you, Jonathan. But no, Sean, that's what I think. Have her go through a little bit of grief, meet somebody new. Um, have her meet somebody new, and then have a Spencer recast. But yeah, Sean, welcome to the group. Oh, hold on, I didn't. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's everyone say what's up to Sean. Let's give a warm welcome to Sean. Dominic says, I'm trying to see not that Spencer catch the boutique. See, that's that comes what they're saying. Yes. Lasse says, from what I've seen, I don't watch Warner too much. I was like 1 to 2 episodes a week, but the only person I saw helping Ashley was Tracy. And if Adam or Tracy's not on, I usually don't watch. Okay. Okay. Well, that's fair, Alyssa. Yeah, Laura B, she should actually have a storyline on her own. Freddie says, I believe this hatred between Drew and Nina is going to turn into something real because of the way they were looking at. Yes, because she did sit there and say that, despite um their misgivings, he's a trustworthy person. So, but I don't know, Freddie. Super. Okay. It's kind of a stretch, but okay. All right, Carrie, if you say so. Ron says, Albert, I know that you were happy that Sheila didn't want to go to the hospital because if Lee does try anything like that again, the hospital board members need to revoke her medical license. Well, yeah, I can agree on that part, but they should have took her to the damn hospital. Okay? They should have took her to the hospital. But yeah, Sean, that's how we do. Every time we have a new person in the chat, we give them a warm welcome. And Black Man says, Kyries, what are you on? Yeah, it's called this drink. He's on this drink called trolling. Okay? That's what Kyries is on. Kyries is on this drink called trolling. As said, Trina can find new love and dive into her passion for art and see her put on the shows at the gallery. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're gonna sit there and probably recast her. let's not do another Rory. Let's not do another Rory. But that's just me. And Island was good. Yeah, I don't think that she should just sit there and just be. Cause see, that's the problem. That's the problem that I don't want. Lady J's in the chat was good, Lady J. That's the problem though. It's like you shouldn't have to sit there and just make her. You shouldn't just have to sit there and make her have a storyline when Spencer's there. You can give her a storyline that doesn't necessarily include Spencer. Daria says, ain't nobody trolling Albert, just hasn't come around to Tracy yet. I'm 99. Wow, okay. Uh no, I'm pretty sure I won't, Caris. I'm just gonna sit there and just save you a lot of time right now. I'm pretty sure that I won't. Island says Ava is irritating me. She's screwed once Jason finds out. Well, what is Jason actually gonna do? Thank thank you. Thank you. Domer says they need to give Trina a good love interest, not a filler one. She deserves an epic love triangle. Exactly. Not not another Rory. Harry says you once said that about Nina. Look what happened. Oh, touche, Kyrie's. Touche. Just say your Ava is an effing snake. She was so annoying today. I love when Jess comes in with the fire. Lasse says also like Tracy because she's not overexposed like how on B&B, Hope and stuff feel like the only things that matter on the show and everybody else is just around to cause them more drama. Hmm, okay. And Jess says Ava is an effing snake. She was so annoying today. I see your point. I see your point. Last day. Freddie says Albert, as long as they give Trina a good storyline of her own and not just being with her best friend Jocelyn, talking about Jocelyn and Dex breaking up. Yes. That's my only thing. I know Springer fans like, you know, those two together and that's fine, but you can also give her a good storyline outside of that, you know? Harry says, Abby, you missed it last night. I lost a bet to Queen Jess. It cost me 15 but what what bets what bet was it? I'm very curious about that. Jess says Ava is really doing all this because she don't like Carly. Wait till Sonny finds out. She's getting kicked out. Honestly, so Abby, you're a big fan of Nina. I wouldn't sit there and say I'm a big fan of Nina from what I've been told. I don't know if you know my stance on it, but I'll tell you I don't like Nina. Well, I wouldn't sit there and say I'm a big fan. Um, but I just see her in a different light to some extent. I get you though. Last day, I would still call Nina out on her dingbadness. Exactly, Alyssa. It's just I try to be fair. That's all. I wouldn't sit there and say I'm a Nina fan. Just say he swore it was the same Aiden act yesterday. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Damn, Kyries. You know, Kyries, you pretty much just handed Jess that $15 at that point. But actually, no, I can't. Johnson says next year it will be the first daytime Emmy ceremony with the cast of the Gates. The show won't be nominated for anything yet, but the cast will be there. Hmm. Yeah, just I always thought there was like I can see how I was like, no, actually, no, I can't see how you made that mistake. That's good, Karius. You are always a man of you are a man of your word. Yeah, Lobby. I try to be fair and objective. Keep it fun, but I do try. Just as Albert is Nina Nation. You damn right, Jess. You will be too. Okay, Jess, you will be part of Nina Nation. And Alyssa said they recast Aiden, and I didn't even notice it at first, Jess. Lastly says my problem with Nina is she loves Carly's leftovers. What light do you what light do you see in Nina? I just think that she's a fun character. Like she does very goofy and stupid stuff, but she's entertaining. That's the thing, last day. She does some really stupidness, but she's fun to watch though. Harry says they look the same, the last two Aidens. Yeah, but this one looks so different from the last one. This one looks so different from the last one though. I don't know, Alyssa. I mean, I think that Ava just has too many fans. And just says she does love Carly's leftovers. And Alyssa, that comment's for you. Protect my woman, right? Damn. Oh, you know what? uh, fun times, right? Thank you. Thank you, Freddie. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does actually help. Where are we on the likes anyway? Thank you, Freddie. Yes, make sure people are hitting the like button. Yeah, just like I said, yesterday was kind of a struggle with that review. Curry says, so no, he don't. You're thinking of the little boy Aiden, not the one that they had literally a week ago that told Elizabeth. Hmm. Okay. Lase says, so you're not a big fan of Nina, but yet aren't you the one that started this whole Nina Nation? I will never be part of that. Well, that's your choice. That's your choice, last day. Jess, Jess, on the other hand, will be part of Nina Nation. And yeah, that was that was a struggle. But I get you. I get you last day. Trust me, I get you. Oof. Yes, it was a filler. That was yes, it was a filler episode. Now, last day says Nina needs to get her own stuff. Sonny, Drew, Franco, Carly's Hotel. There seems to be a pattern here. Absolutely. And Jess says, I will never be part of Nina Nation. She lying, chat. She lying. No, what do you sit there and say? She's she's capping. Yeah. Yeah, Jess is capping. She's just playing. No, Jess is just playing. Harry says, actually, I was the one that started Nina Nation. I left Nina Nation, but I discovered the Tracy United. And Jess says, Jess ain't playing. She's serious. Ooh, okay. But that's scary. Now, Jess is going to sit there and say this now, and then going to sit there and have a little Skype thing and be like, oh, Poppy, I was just sitting there playing, but, I had to sit there and, give him a show, but, just between me and you know, I'm going to be part of Nina Nation soon. That's going to be the exact convo. Harry says, Albert, will you join Tracy Union by the end of Albert, you will join Tracy Union by the end of the year. Darius, you are too funny. You are too funny. Seriously, that's what's going on happening now. Like Poppy, I was just playing. I didn't mean it. I just had to, save face. As says, I want to get old. It's true, Jess. Stop it. As says, I want a good old fashioned cat fight when Carly finds out Ava knew about Sonny's medication. They haven't had one of those in such a long time. Harry says, I'll make sure I include you in the intro for tracing you. You know what, Kyrie? If you make it just as dope as you did Nina Nation, which I'm not gonna lie, that's still fire to this day, I'll allow it. I will allow it. It's gonna be kind of hard for you to outdo that one, though. It's gonna be kind of hard to outdo that one. Because here's the thing: even people that don't like Nina can sit there and look at them and be like, "That's a fire intro." Freddie says, I'm glad Cody stopped Wiley and Violet from going up the stairs at the Quartermain's house. Them little kids don't need to see Mike and Willow doing. Also in the daytime, though, too. I'm like, you do realize that your kid can come up these stairs at any moment, right? Just said there's nobody in Nina Nation. That's not true. Alyssa is in Nina Nation. Spidey Quake's in Nina Nation. And you're going to be in Nina Nation, too, Jess. Stop being so goddamn stubborn. Ron says, Albert, if Finn and Deacon did bring her to the hospital and they ran out of tests and they find out she's pregnant, then what are you and the others going to say? I'm going to be like, I think the show is I think at that point, Ron, they may decide to cancel the show. But he said that would have been abs- also in the middle of the afternoon, though? Like, really? In the middle of the afternoon? Harry says, wow, you said his name. Yeah, I did say his name. I mean, I'm not on bad terms with him. You know, Freddie says Team Carly always. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to sit there and, like I said, I'm just gonna be recruiting. Well, to be fair, Kyrie's, I did actually also vote for Liam. As much as I like Jack Abbott. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My girl Lisa got my back. No, I kind of wanted Jack to win. Well, I like Jack, but I don't know. I just feel like Liam is. I'm gonna get more good material out of you, and I'm not ignoring anyone. I promise. I almost invited the wrong person. Alyssa Ava is this close to getting a tomato. See, this is why I rock with Alyssa. This is actually why. And Jess says, and yes, Alyssa, I agree with you. I agree with that. Tanya, that's right, Tanya. You came at the perfect time. I just want to highlight that again. And Kyrie says, I'm on Ava Island. Well, that's new. Yeah, it's very similar. And Kyrie's last day also voted for Liam. Ron says, I bet why didn't you tell Alyssa about Cindy Wachos at the fan event when she was coming down the stairs? She knows about that, Ron. She knows about that. I think a lot of people know about that. And if you don't know, I don't well, I guess it's possible for you not to know. I can see that. Um Actually, apparently a couple of people are, Carrie. That's the thing. Island says Ava is her own worst enemy. People need to chill out. The actors are different. Yes, people can be very stupid. Island, I agree with that. No, she ain't. Justice line, she ain't sorry. She ain't sorry. And Kyrie says, I thought people learned when I had Betty deported. And you know what? Alyssa ain't sorry either. Both Alyssa and Jess ain't sorry. Stop it. Sorry my ass. That's right, Lord B. Kyrie's have that power, just like I have the power to sit there and give. I love. Listen, I'm here for it. Just like I have the power to sit there and get passions canceled, and Ron will never let me live that down. As says Dex felt like a promo for the Academy. I don't know what the hell Dex was actually doing in this episode. And Kyrie says Ava is a good. See, I can't even finish that sentence. Yeah, the sad thing is Kyrie doesn't even agree with that. Exactly, Kyrie don't even agree with that. Well, unless you're my favorite Vixen, so I mean, I'm actually surprised. Yeah, a lot of that stuff was just very unnecessary to me personally. So I do, yes, I do. I should super chat it. Well, I wouldn't turn it down, Kyrie's. Ron says, Albert, you're not going to say, oh, Ron says, Albert, you're not going to say anything if you attend the fan event. If they attack the actor playing Zende, saying you better stay the F away from Luna and leave her alone. Ron, why won't I get Days of Our Lives canceled again? Sean said, do you guys think they're using Trina to build Dex and Joss up? Trina deserves her own storyline. She definitely does. Um, I've been saying that for a hot minute. Alyssa, who'd you vote for? Liam? So, hey, you think that they put them together too soon? Mm-hmm. I, I knew it. I knew it. Yep, I agree with that, Laura Bean. Hey, Danny, how you doing tonight? Curry says Ava Drum is a very good woman. Carly portrays. Okay. I say yeah because all they talk about was Sonny. Hmm. Freddie says, Albert, you would think Ava would learn her lesson after she messed with Morgan's medicine. So screw you, Ava, for basically doing the same thing. Well, yes, but she's not screwing with Sonny's medicine though. She's lying by omission by his medicine, but it's similar enough. So I get what you're saying. Glad to hear it, Danny. Glad to hear it. Island said Kyrie's is trolling. I told he's on that trolling drink. Bridget says I mean she's not saying yeah, that's true. Yo, Kyrie's is really on one tonight. I love it, Kyrie's. I love it. You're still going with that theory, huh, Alyssa? And Ron says, Albert, you don't have the balls to get days canceled because your petition will be denied. You only had passion's canceled because you and Nikisha start petition complaint about Tabitha is too old. Ooh, Ron. Ron says I don't have the balls. Ooh. Now if this is anybody else, Ron, but because it's you, I'm gonna give you a pass. I don't have the balls. As you should find a way to get Trina character on the gates. I would love that idea. Trust me. See, that's exactly. See, me and Alyssa, we on the same with that. What? You want Donna to be a mobster? I'm doing good, Danny. I'm doing good. I get to sit there and chat with you lovely people, so I'm doing good. Actually, I had a really good rest yesterday, like a good 8 hours. Just as maybe Ava feeling powerful for subbing Sonny, making up for her poor skills when she was a mob boss. But why would you want a child to sit there and kind of start to get the idea of being like Sonny, being in the mob and cheating, and you do know who Sonny is, right? Sonny is a habitual cheater. He's a narcissist. Yeah, see, right? See, Carius, this Sonny's a good man. All right, bro. See, now I know you trolling. He's not an evil man, but let's not sit there and say he's a good man. Let's not go that far. Ron says, yes, Albert, you and Nikisha started petitioning saying that Tabitha's too old because she made a baby girl named Endura. You two were both jealous of her. Ooh, I was jealous of a character I've never heard of. That's Ron, you're on one, Ron. Melly Mama, Horror Queen. What the are you on? See, see, when you start writing stuff like this, is no offense, but it's kind of hard to sit there and you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Is exactly. I was like, bro, what? Oh, exactly. You know, listen, it's definitely trolling. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's totally a good man. I mean, he threw a minor on a pole and gave her candy. No, that's definitely the markings of a good man. What the? Just says she's living vicariously through Sunny because she was trash at it. All right, you got to give me your TikTok name so I can follow you. On email me your TikTok name so that's why I can follow you on there. You're still doing YouTube though, right? Right, Danny? Well, I mean, Island, if he thinks that a good man like Sonny is somebody who puts a minor on a pole and give her candy is the markers of a good man, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, maybe if I could sit there and try to watch it tomorrow, I might. Thanks, Mel. Ron says, Albert, why did this guy break into the studio to come after this woman? Who was he obsessed with? Um, That's nuts. That's nuts. There's no proof. That's why I should. There's no proof of that. Why should I take Jagger's? Okay. Anyway, like I said, this man threw her. I heard about Alyssa. Somebody did a skit on it, but I got to actually sit there and find out what the beef is about. I'm gonna highlight your question though. And it says Alexis asked Christine a hard question about the baby. Molly better get ready. No, I didn't. I didn't see the statement. I'm very curious now. I um I gotta find it. Maybe or maybe I won't do a video on it. Who knows? Johnson said, "Do you really think Maggie will catch on to Constantine?" I Yeah, I mean that was in the previews. John, like there was what they're telling her. I think they want Maggie to set Constantine up. So very curious of um how that's gonna go. Harry says, I like Ava, believe Sonny only wants to help John, was just selfish and jealous. Sonny was, I refuse to believe anything else until I see receipts. All right, bro. Well, that's your choice, but as far as I'm concerned, he threw a minor on the pole, coming from a very abusive home, and gave her candy to continue to dance on the pole, which is disgusting. Mel says I got bad news. Aria is accident 29th. Greg, ooh, that's not good. That ain't good. It's funny. Somebody else said the same thing too. That ain't good. Well, you know what? And Danny says, I'm sick and tired of Ava. And it says Constantine time's up and his character should have been gone months ago. Yeah, Alyssa, I knew about her. It's just I didn't know about the guy who played Eric. Harry says, if I see proof of that, then I agree with you. But until then, I believe John is a liar and a con artist and a grifter. Okay. All right. Well, we can agree to disagree for now. I mean, it's funny too because Sonny did sit there and say that he knew that Karen was underage at the time when she was working at the club. When they were all in that room together, Ava looked at Sonny and she was like, "Did you know? Did you know that she was underage?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he did his whole, "But I was just trying to help her. I was there to sit there and listen to her." What the Mel says, I got bad news that Jessica is exiting and Emily as Teresa is exiting. What? Okay, well, the Teresa thing is kind of a good thing. It's it's a good thing if they bring her back as what you call it. But what? Damn, this ain't good for days. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does actually help. I wonder how many likes we actually have so far. You won. Was good. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so we got 29 likes. We got 45 people in the chat. I guess not. I guess not, Jonathan. Oh, wow, 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 wow. So we got three people that's excellent. Sloan, Nicole, and Greg Vaughn. And Mel said another male actor. As said Constantine's a waste of screen time with all these other characters so called leaving. What characters would you want to see come back? Ooh, what characters would you want to see come back, Chad? I I would want Philip to come back. And I mean the original Philip. I would want the original Philip to come back. I actually did like him. Yeah, John. That's what I was gonna sit there and say. That's a good thing. That's actually a good thing. Especially if they actually bring back Gwen. Harry says, almost forgot I actually watched well for a soap opera today, defending Ava and Sonny tonight. Okay. I mean, you're gonna be sitting there defending a damn near child diddler, but okay. That's what I said. Well, I don't know about that, but I would definitely like Jonathan. I would definitely like, yeah. I want them to bring back Gwen. And that comment is for you, Alyssa. Comment's for you. Darby was good. Now, Josh says the other male actor who is leaving is probably the actor who plays Constantine. Okay, well then he can go. Here's the thing. I didn't dislike him as much as other people did. You know, I didn't dislike him as much as other people did. I would say. Yes, I did, Darby. I had a really good rest. I had a good 8 hours of sleep. Oh my goodness, I love getting 8 hours of sleep. It was great. Darby, sometimes it's just nice to sit there and just kind of, get a bit of a breather, a bit of a rest. Come back refreshed. Curry says, I still believe Sonny is a very good man and loving father. If he gets mad at Ava, I won't get mad at Sonny this time. He can do what he sees fit as far as Ava's scheduling moving forward. What? Guys, I don't even know who I'm talking to at this point. I don't even think you even believe that. That's just you don't even believe that, Kyrie's. I mean, maybe you do, but you was not exactly a Sunny fan. So I don't know where's all this coming from. Yeah, so listen, bring back Megan. Then he says, if I had to pick, I'm going to Bo Brady to come. Oh, if you want Bo Brady to come back, okay. Thank you, Lord B. No, it is. It's just one of those things where it's like, even though I love doing it. You can still get burnt out if you do it too much. Mel says, Albert, it's a leak that Leo is getting a new love interest, and will be a Al at Jarvis because Peter at the Major is not. Oh, okay. Okay. Freddie says, I don't know. I know you are so ready for the gates. Absolutely, Freddie. Absolutely. I'm definitely going to be reviewing it and talking about it on the channel. So we're gonna be having some good discussions, Freddie. Harry says, I don't believe Sonny's gonna keep keep Avery from Mother, but he might limit her access again, especially if Avery goes to jail. Well, I mean, as he should. As he should. Oh, shit. I sent it. You didn't get it? I sent it to you. Yeah, I sent it to you. Because I'm only going to be on for an hour and a half, so I'm actually about to sit there and get off right now. Darby says, speaking of Gwen, it would be ironic if Teresa's character leads the same way she came on the show with Teresa leaving. Yeah, that actually would be funny. Says Albert Cherry as new Gabby is coming in June, and I heard her and Al is a picture. All right, yeah, come on, come on, come on. Have a good night, Kyries. It was really great to see you. I got a gross stomach. Oh, Kyries. Jonathan was good.
Hey, hello again, everyone. Hey, how's it going?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing very good.
All right, what's up? What you got for me?
All right. Well, we just witnessed some interesting news, like in the chat, like multiple actors leaving on days, and
Yeah,
yeah, which I did not expect. I mean, like well, we of course already know about Nicole. Eric, I heard someone mention it like a little bit earlier before the stream. Oh, hi Lisa, how you doing? And but um but I was surprised about the others that we heard about. I wasn't really expecting Sloan to leave, like because as
yeah,
I yeah, because I mentioned I was pretty sure that she would start, she and EJ would start something, but that because it would have been interesting, you know, especially her confessing everything to him today, and well, but I am happy that Gwen Risa is finally going to be over.
yeah. It was just a bad idea. Um, I'm just surprised so many people are leaving though. Like, I mean, I understand Arya leaving. I'm surprised Greg is leaving, and then you got the chick that plays Sloane is leaving. Like
Yeah,
that's like when you start sitting there looking at stuff like that, do you think that the show could be maybe in danger? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think so because they've actually gone through this kind of process before. Like back in 2008, like a couple of years back. I heard at one point like John and Marlena were off the show, and that's pretty much around the time where when I started watching the show. Steve left the show by then. By then, he didn't come back until like 2015, And that's
Hmm.
when, and around that time, that was when Rafe started coming in, and Brady came back to the show, but with the current actor Eric Marstoff, and and they eventually came back. All those actors, like after like 2 or 3 years or so, they eventually came back, and the show eventually bounced back. And it's kind of a typical process. You have actors leave, but then all of a sudden they all come back, and it's probably considering the fact that we're getting a lot of people returning to the show. I mean, I know it's mostly for Doug's funeral, most likely, but some of them probably will end up staying. Like maybe they might actually give Belle a story when she comes back.
Yeah, no, that's very okay. That's a good way to think of it. That's a very positive way of thinking about it. So that's good. Okay, that's good. That's a positive spin. So I'm glad you're here. That's good.
Yeah,
So what did you thought of what did you thought of why did you watch YNR today?
I I yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I know that Victor went off on Jack, telling him to stay away from Nikki after the whole
Yeah.
thing they did last night and all
Did you
that.
did you did you expect that? Like I didn't think he was gonna go that extreme. I was like, bro, you the drinking was one thing, but then when he started taking the pills, I was like, bro, really?
I'm not surprised because Victor has always had an animosity towards Jack. They've been rivals for years, and Victor honestly has never liked Jack Abbott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, days. What'd you throw the days today?
Oh well, it was pretty good. I mean, I don't know why. I think I kind of expected a little bit more, but it pretty much delivered what I pretty much expected. You had EJ coming in confronting Stallone and everything, and so Sloane actually came clean to him. But not only did she tell him that the baby was actually Nicole's, but that he isn't the real father.
Yes. Now, my whole thing was like there was a point where Eric and Song were talking, and Eric was like, "Oh, I didn't think that you were actually going to sit there and come back. I didn't know when you were going to come back, if you was going to come back at all." And I'm like, I feel like you didn't really want her to come back. This way, you wouldn't have to be the bad guy for breaking up with her because you really want to be with Nicole.
Yeah, well, he's going to know that he isn't the bad guy once he finds out the truth, and then he'll go all in on her, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. So I guess they're gonna sit there and ride off into the sunset at this point.
And
Um. Yep.
yeah, and here's the thing, like like this probably won't happen, but I think there are reasons why this may happen. I think they may actually decide to recast Nicole only for the few months until Eric leaves again, because I'm pretty sure like at least right now Holly is going to stay on the show, and I think they probably need Nicole to wrap up the stuff going on with Holly, and probably also with Eric, so that they can both leave simultaneously. So I think it's possible that they may recast Nicole only for those final months until Eric leaves. I mean, it probably won't happen, but it's possible, because they've done this kind of thing before, to wrap up stories for certain characters. As you know, they of course did it with Nicholas on GH, and several other characters on daytime soap. So it's possible they could probably do that with Nicole as well.
Hmm. Okay. Now B&B. What'd you go to B&B today? If you
Yeah,
watched it.
yeah, I saw BMB. All I can say is Stephanie's not going to be happy. Stephanie's not going to be happy. She's not going to be happy when she finds out that Sheila's actually alive, and I don't think she's going to be too happy with the fact that like Finn is calling Sheila mom and everything like that. And I wonder how Lee's going to feel. She's
Oh.
not going to be happy to see Sheila, and I don't think she's going to like the fact that Finn is calling her mom. You know, as opposed to her who actually raised Finn for years. So That's going to
Yeah.
be interesting.
Well, Lee's not going to be happy for a lot of reasons. She's not going to be happy about that. She's not going to be happy about Poppy and the shenanigans that wound up happening because of her special mitts. So she's just not going to be happy. So
And
I think we should, yeah, I think we should embrace. I think we should be ready for that.
and that reminds me, we still don't know the identity of Luna's father.
Yes, I almost kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, I thought like when they were talking about it, I thought we were actually going to get somewhere, but they pretty much like like just left it off. They just kept us hanging through that. So I wonder if we're ever going to find out. I mean, I know a lot of people believe that Finn might be Luna's father, but I still think it'll more likely be Jack instead.
Jack. Oh yeah, yeah, Jack. I was like
Yeah,
Jack. Oh yeah, the one with the bad mustache. Yes, him.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Formerly Alcazar.
Oh, I miss those days. I'm sorry, I do.
Oh, I do too. You know.
Um, now what? Before we go to GH, what do you think of the whole Zende stuff? What do you think of that?
Uh, you know, um, I'll say that I'm happy that they're finally giving him more of a story, but this is kind of a messy one to give him. He got into bed with Luna thinking that he wanted him, but when in reality she thought he was RJ, and like Zende pretty much read things wrong, and now he's looking like the bad guy. It's pretty much not a good look for him. So so I kind of so I'm not really happy that like they kind of did this for him, where he's in a situation like that. I mean, I'm hoping that for Zende like actually gets a real love interest that like actually loves him the same way. I mean, what happened with Paris anyway?
Yeah, that's a really and yes, have a good night, Freddie, and thank you, Becky D. Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing about Paris because I and granted, I just have this feeling that it has more to do with the actress. I don't know if you knew that she was on a state of mind and it didn't go well. Like he had to one up deleting the video because I think mentally she just was not in a good place. So I think
Maurice
it has something
Bernard.
to do with the actress.
She was on Maurice Bernard's State of Mind.
Hmm.
Oh, I
And
that.
yeah, because yeah, and most people didn't know about that because he wound up erasing the video because
Oh wow.
mentally she wasn't there. So I think
Oh
it has a lot to do with the actress.
oh wow. I had no idea. Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
so maybe at this point, I don't know. They could either recast her or maybe they could even bring back Nicole Avon, who used to be married to Zende. Like maybe bring back that character, and then maybe they can try to rekindle their relationship there.
Makes sense. They did bring back Xander at one point for reasons that seem kind of stupid now since Thomas is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, GH.
Uh huh.
GH, what you thought of that?
Well, I will say, well, it was definitely better than yesterday's episode. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, yesterday's episode was a filler, so it was, whew, it
Yeah,
was rough.
yeah. I mean, there just wasn't too much on it yesterday that just like didn't kept me remotely like super interesting. I mean, I mean, it was kind of interesting seeing seeing Lois do the whole Deceptor commercial thing. But nothing super exciting happened on yesterday's episode, so that's kind of
Tracy, yeah, Tracy. Well, Tracy was the saving grace of the episode. I also didn't say that much. But what you thought of today's episode, though?
today's episode. Yeah, definitely was an improvement over yesterday's. I really like that Carly started figuring it out that Sonny is kind of off his meds, but like what she doesn't know that is like he's getting the wrong dosage. And I'm hoping that she actually figures it out. Like doesn't like give up like the possible theory of like the meds. Like she knows something is definitely off with Sunny, and she knows it has to do with the meds, but she doesn't really know what it is in relation to the meds, but she knows that something is off with Sonny.
Yep, that's right. It's Jonathan. I got Jonathan. Just um now what I was gonna sit there and say. Um she actually really threw me off a minute. The hell was I gonna sit there and say? I don't even remember what I was actually
Oh,
I don't even know what I was actually gonna sit there and say now.
oh wow! Is it in
No, but
relation to
I no
DH?
actually I did actually no I did generally enjoy the episode. Yeah, I mean it was good. I think all four of them kind of did their thing in their own way. I think B&B only lacked a little bit because like the stuff like the Sheila stuff was great, but then when they tuned back into Ivy, the hell you think of that? What do you think of that woman?
Oh well, I've watched Ivy since back when she was on the first time. I mean, what I can tell is it looks like she wants Liam. I mean, like, why not? Liam is available, and and she and Steffi didn't exactly have the best relationship back when she was there, but it wasn't always like that. But it was like when her their cousin what was her name again? Their cousin Allie accidentally when Steffi accidentally killed her because Allie was trying to kill Steffi for I don't remember what happened, but well, Allie's mom, Darla, was actually accidentally killed in a car accident from Taylor. And when Allie came back, she wanted revenge towards Taylor, so she actually tried to kill Taylor at one point, and
Hmm.
then that eventually got resolved. But I don't remember what else exactly happened for her to go after Steffi. I'll have to look back on that story.
Okay, well let me know.
Yeah.
Now what I was gonna sit there and say. Now the question tonight is: will Steffi and Finn's marriage survive with the return of Sheila?
I think uh, it depends on like how far uh, how far Finn will go to defend Sheila. If Finn like actually defends Sheila more than he supports Steffi, then they could be in real trouble. So so we'll just have to see how it plays out like next week and the week after that probably.
Yeah, definitely the week after that. Because my theory is that you know Sheila's going to cause them marriage problems, and Ivy being so close to Liam is going to make Steffi jealous, and that's how Liam and Steffi are going to get together. That's just my theory. Though.
Yeah, that's possible. So yeah, so I guess we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
So
but I gotta sit there and say, Days is actually really starting to pick up some steam. I am definitely liking it a lot more now. So I'm
yes,
happy about that.
and
There was one point I was praising Days, but then I was praising GH. So I'm like, you gotta start to bring it back again.
yeah, exactly. So it does look like Days is finally getting back to its tracks. I mean, probably because we're seeing the regular writers material now. That's possible. So I can't wait for the new week and to see what happens from there. I'm especially interested in like what happens after EJ gets those DNA results. And
Now, Alyssa says, what about Jada, Everett, and Bobby?
yeah, I still believe that Everett is suffering from DID, and I think like the whole him signing the divorce paper is probably seeing the Bobby Stein name is triggering the Bobby alter to come out, and and I'm predicting that that he may like revert to Bobby, and then may end up like having a one night stand with random woman, but he'll wake up the next morning and not remember what happened, not realize what he did, and then he'll be all overwhelmed with guilt, and he'll probably try to like struggle to find out what's happening to him, and then he'll decide to go back to seeing Marlena for sessions.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy that they're actually doing. I mean, granted, if it is going to be confirmed that it's a DID story, it'll be really interesting because then you have Days and you have YNR both doing DID storylines pretty much at the same time.
That's right.
So I'll find that pretty interesting.
That's right.
Um,
I have to say, like, when I see like Ashley's alter, with the southern accent, what do they call her, Belle or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, she reminds me of Susan Banks when she played Susan Banks on Days.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I heard about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's before I started watching it, so like I'm so used to what's her name, Stacy something.
yeah, Stacey Haydick.
Yeah, I'm so used to her now that it's like it's so jarring. But you know how it is when you come in, you watch something, you're just used to the new actor. It's like uh, what's the new EJ guy's name?
Dan Furigal.
Yeah, so like I'm used to him, but other people like the other guy,
Yeah,
Scott something. I think that's
J-
his name.
James Scott.
James Scott. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, is it anything you want to sit there and say before we kind of wrap this up tonight?
Well, I will tell you that I'm going to watch the latest X-Men 97 episode this weekend. So if so we'll definitely so I'll try to watch it before the Sunday stream.
Okay, good. Because yeah, sometimes I gotta sit there and kind of hold out because I don't want to sit there and like spoil it for you. So
Yeah,
yeah, when you watch it, we'll definitely sit there and talk about it. Because I wanna hear your thoughts on it as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, it's getting good.
oh, it's probably. I mean, people probably sit there and say it's the best like series that they got going on Disney Plus right now. I'm
Yeah,
loving it. So, like I'm going with it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it kind of brings me back to the Fox Kids days. Watching.
Yes, it definitely makes me feel like I'm like seven again. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are hoping that we get a Spider-Man 98 series.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's possible. If they want to do it, I think it's possible. I don't know if they actually could do it.
I mean, they probably could. I mean, because it is like the X-Men where it is it's the same universe where that version of Spider-Man takes place, and so
Yeah, but do you think that they actually? I mean, you know how they are with like Sony as far as sharing stuff. So it's like you know how Sony can be stingy at times. Let's be real.
that's actually only when it comes to the movie rights. Like Sony they only have the movie rights to Spider-Man, but when it comes to animation and all that stuff, it's all Marvel. So
Okay,
all the
good. All right. So then we got some hope. Then okay, good. Well, that's actually some good news, Tom.
yeah that
It's
yeah.
actually some good news. And thank you, Lord. You have a great night.
Good night,
Any
Lord
final
B.
thoughts? Yeah. So anything you want to sit there and say before we wrap this up?
Um, I guess all I can say is like I'm super excited for days next week. I'm looking forward to this whole baby storyline finally coming to an end, and and I really want to say uh, change the kid's name to Derek because Nicole needs to be the one to name their child
Yeah.
with Eric. Yeah, change it to Derek. Derek Roman Brady. I mean, that
I
would
like that.
yeah. I know Roman would like that. You know,
Yeah. I'm surprised, but I'm surprised they actually kept Wiley. What was that kid's name gonna be? Like Jonah or something like that?
yeah, Jonah, but they decided to keep it Wiley because that's what Neil came up with. So so they didn't want what Neil came up with. So they decided to just, you know what, he's already Wiley, but keep it wily. But you remember like back when Rocco was born. Well, Dante Lulu, like he was raised by Brit as Ben Westbourne.
Yeah, they
And
should have kept that name. They should have kept
yeah,
that name. Sure.
or since like remember when they originally believed that Maxie's baby Georgie was theirs, and they originally named her Connie Falconeri after Connie.
Yeah,
They could have named their son Howard Falconeri after Kate Howard, you know, and
yeah, they could have.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That would be good, but they went with Rocco instead. And every time I think of Rocco, I always think of Rocco's Modern
Yeah,
Life.
of course. See. That's why we get along. See, we part of that Nickelodeon stuff for better or worse. I would sit there and say, um,
Exactly.
I would sit there and try to focus on the positive with that, like Pete and stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
those Pete and Pete was one of my favorites.
well, yeah, that and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, Are You Afraid of Dark? And my
Now,
brother.
yes. Now, I gotta ask you a question now, because you
Yeah.
did watch Goosebumps, right? Like the original Fox Goosebumps.
I watched a little bit, but not too much of it, because
Okay.
I think when it was on back then, I would switch over to Kids WB for when they gave Batman and
Yeah.
Superman.
Well, then, yeah, that makes sense. Because I was gonna sit there and ask you which ones you like better between Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, I definitely spent more time with Are You Afraid of the Dark.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're both kind of creepy, but I felt like maybe Are You Afraid of the Dark might actually been a little more creepier.
Yeah, they were pretty creepy for kids shows. Yeah.
Yeah, but 90s was the Wild West. I'll sit there and say that.
Exactly. They got away with more things.
Jesus Christ, did they get away with more things? But
Yeah.
yeah, so definitely watch X-Men, and then we'll sit there and talk about it on Sunday as well. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I look forward to that.
All right. Well, thank you for coming through, Jonathan. I
Oh,
know it's
thank you.
called John, but I'm just so used to calling you Jonathan at this
Oh,
point.
oh
It's
yeah. That's actually the name I go by. My full regular name, Jonathan.
good because I like that name, and I'm not ready to sit there and start calling you John now. So
Oh no, it's easy. Yeah, I just put it like there, just shorten it, for when I come on here.
okay, good. I got you. Well, listen,
Yeah,
I do want to thank you for coming through, Jonathan. I want to thank everyone for coming through tonight. Thank you so much, Jonathan. It's always great to sit there and chop it up with you and catch up.
that's
So
right.
thank you for coming through.
That's right. And thank you everyone for tuning in to SoCat right here on ABC, the Albert
Yes.
Bostic channel.
Oh God, I miss the old early 2000s. That's when I started watching it, the Bob Guza days.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, I want to thank you all for joining though. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow during the member stream. So definitely come through. And yeah, have a good night, everyone.
All right, take care.
Laters.